You hate to see a scene like this.
A flash flooding emergency in Lanesville, Indiana.
No one had really any time to prepare for it this morning.
Streets turned into rivers.
Rough. It about knocked me over. It's about 3.5 feet.
Trapping neighbors in homes and businesses.
They had water coming through and were telling residents to get to the rooftops.
It's terrifying.
Rushing water knocked down power lines and sent propane tanks floating through the streets.
I've been doing this nearly 30 years. This is the first time that I've witnessed something like this myself.
Today at 4, this was the scene in Lanesville, Indiana today after flash flooding.
You see first responders in boats. They are rushing to rescue people who were trapped on rooftops. That threat's still rising this afternoon with more rain coming and the water working its way downstream. So we're going to start our live team coverage with WDRB's Dalton Godby in Lanesville. Dalton?
It is a dark day. It is a bad day in Louisville, Kentucky. There has been a plane crash at Muhammad Ali International Airport, and you are seeing the bright orange glow, the aftermath of that explosion right now live in the middle of your screen.
And it's a very ominous sight to see this as the sun is setting and to see those flames appear even more powerful. And police have reported that there are injuries with this explosion. And I know we keep saying a plane crash, but we also have to tell the viewers that this plane was taking off from Louisville's airport.
It is raining oil because of the explosion.
And we want to turn now to breaking news. We're following the former LMPD officer convicted in the raid that killed Breonna Taylor was just sentenced.
WDRB's Hayden Rostevsky has been in that federal courtroom for hours since 1:30. She joins us live with the latest on the decision. Hayden?
Yeah, guys, you can hear that it's very loud out here on Broadway outside of the federal courthouse. If you look over here, you can see there is a large group of protesters chanting. I just ran out of the courtroom. The sentence handed down to Brett Hankison from Judge Rebecca Grady Jennings was 33 months in prison, followed by a term of 3 years of supervised release.
And he embraced a UN proposal to open our borders to illegal immigrants.
That's not true.
That was his corporate position. And by the way, he put the mayor of Philadelphia on his board.
1 second, gentlemen. We're not going to speak over each other.
A sanctuary city, and he put a mayor of a sanctuary city on his board.
Thank you, Congressman. Mr. Morris, you have 30 seconds. A buzzer will go off at 30 seconds, and your mic will be cut off.
Folks, how do you know when a career politician is lying? They're moving their lips. Andy, you got blood on your hands, and it's so sad to hear and listen to you lie about your record.
Thank you, gentlemen. You've gotten your time. We're going to press pause here. We're going to let cooler heads prevail. We're going to take a station break right now.
Folks, this isn't controlled at this point in time. They're still trying to work to put that fire out. And again, UPS has confirmed it is one of their planes. And so begins the investigation of figuring out what went so wrong on the runway here at Standiford Field.
And we welcome you back. You're watching Kentucky's Democrat U.S. Senate debate.
That's right. We are joined by the top 5 Democrats running for Senator Mitch McConnell's seat.
So we pick back with our questions talking about the government shutdown. Recent disagreements in Congress have forced federal workers to go without pay, caused long lines at the nation's airports, and suspended SNAP benefits. Mr. Forsyth, how do you think disagreements in Congress should be resolved? Is there an alternative to shutting down the government every time? You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Congress is right now, for some reason, the only job any American can have where you don't lose your job when you shut down your place of employment.
Many of these reporters were out in the field on other assignments, and much like the folks who hopefully now have made it safely home, just started to see the black smoke in the middle of the screen. And about an hour ago it was.
I think we need to go to Addie right now. Our producer is telling us. Addie?
Hey guys, it's exactly what you were talking about. We were actually headed out on another story when I saw a massive cloud of smoke starting to form in the sky. I called the press representative for the Louisville Fire Department, and he didn't even really know what was happening yet.
Plan your routes now. In just 2 weeks, I-65 will shut down for 2 months.
Thousands of Louisville drivers will be grappling with gridlock, and as WDRB's Samantha Condra shows us, neighbors are already feeling the impact of this construction. Samantha?
This is one of the roads that is already closed in preparation for the full shutdown. People who live near these closures are already feeling the headaches 2 weeks in advance.
A national champion will be crowned tonight in Miami. We are live at Hard Rock Stadium ahead of Indiana and Miami's first matchup in decades.
And more than just a national title on the line for IU. We're live in Bloomington as fans cheer on the undefeated Hoosiers for the last time this historic season.
The one question I got asked the most over the last couple of days is I'm hearing online that there could be a big storm system for the weekend. I'm talking snow potential late in the week. Next.
Tonight at 6, the countdown to kickoff is on for the national championship game between Indiana and Miami.
In about 90 minutes, the Hoosiers and the Hurricanes meet for the first time since the 1960s. We've got team coverage on this big game. WDRB's Haley Schoengard, Aaron Crawford, and Dalton Gabby live from Hard Rock Stadium. 7:30 kickoff, guys. This is considered a home game for the Hurricanes, but we know that IU has been traveling. What do the stands look like so far?
I must tell you, Gil, there is a lot of cream and crimson in the stands. Now, it is early. 2 hours, a little under until kickoff. IU fans must be really prompt. And have no fear, the holy water has arrived.
Yes.
Dalton saw it with his own eyes.
And for those who don't know,
it's been anointed.
Yeah. Like Dalton, tell us, they sprinkle holy water in IU's end zone, right?
Yeah, in the end zone, and I think we even got a little bit of the holy water on the IU sideline as well. I'm told as well by the sprinkler himself that an assistant coach also has some backup holy water in case they need some more.
And it's been sprinkled on the end zones of the Big Ten Championship, Rose Bowl, Peach Bowl. It's only fitting it made the trip to Miami as well.
The more holy water, the better. All right, thank you guys. And some IU fans who couldn't make the trip to Miami are watching the game from Bloomington tonight.
A big and close win for Louisville's men's basketball team in the first round of the NCAA tournament today.
The Cards won 83-79 against South Florida. That game ended just moments ago. WDRB's Tom Lane joining us now. And Tom, the team pulled off that victory today without their star guard, Michael Brown Jr.
Got a little more interesting than it probably should have.
Especially at the back end.
Toward the end,
right?
Yeah.
They
played very well most of the way against what was considered a pretty dangerous South Florida team.
You may remember when Louisville's iconic Dirt Bowl court looked like this last year, just before the tournament. Cars leaving behind burn marks on the playing surface.
Well, the court has gotten several upgrades since then, and as the tournament continues this weekend, WDRB's Dalton Godby shows us how the city's trying to prevent this from happening again.
I want to get to some new video that we have. Our producers telling us that this video might be hard to watch. It is of, I believe, a close-up of some type of crash with this aircraft. So just as a warning, this might be hard to watch for some, but we are going to see this video for the first time together.
Oh my. And we are sitting next to retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Sean Dolly. And as a pilot, can you provide us any insight here, or reaction to this?
Well, it's sickening. Mm-hmm. You know, I wish I had a more delicate word to use, but there's a pit in my stomach just simply seeing something like this right now. And because, again, we all too often, we live our lives to a fault sometimes through our screens. Mm-hmm. I mentioned to you when we first came on air with me, it was not lost on me immediately that there were real people in that cockpit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, real people, like real people who were and are loved by other people.
Yeah.
Cleanup after flash flooding washed out southern Indiana towns.
Mother Nature can be fierce. We just saw all the water coming through and it started to fill our streets and we were like, oh no.
The trail of destruction, receded waters left behind.
And a tale of two states battling for the Bears.
They started 6 years ago trying to talk to the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. Crickets. I told them, we're going to make this easy.
While Indiana's governor saying moving is the best option for the Chicago team.
Some scattered storms late in the week. I'm analyzing strong storm potential, and I think the rain is going to be returning for the weekend. And I wanted to find the day that has a solid rain chance. Next.
Today at 4, this is what Lanesville, Indiana looked like yesterday afternoon when flash flooding hit around noon.
And this is what it looks like today. You can see the fields and the areas around it have dried out. But as WDRB's Ryan Wooten tells us, the cleanup is still just beginning. Right?
Dog the Bounty Hunter has been a TV icon for decades, and this weekend you can find him right here in the River City.
He joins us live now to tell us about Easter over Louisville. It's happening at Broadbent Arena. So what do we need to know about this awesome event, Dog? Who can attend and where's it going to be held?
Well, I'm not sure as far as exactly where, because I'm not from there, but you just said, I guess, some great big arena.
Race number, I like to say lucky number 13.
Some people betting hope it is.
Yeah, the post time is at 8:40 for the Oaks race. A lot on the line, $1.5 million, and of course, that lovely garland of lilies.
And of course, race 7 just came past the track, and as we press our way to the main event tonight, we're going to be on the air live with you for the next 3 hours. We've got some tag team partners in this action, so let's check in with them now. Valerie Chen and Hayden Ristevsky perched atop of the Derby Museum. Hey guys.
In just the last hour and a half, the Indiana Senate voted down redistricting. We will have a live report from Indianapolis in just a few minutes, but first, our top story tonight at 6, the winter weather. Snow is expected to start later tonight and continue overnight.
It will likely impact your morning commute. Some local schools have already canceled activities for tonight and tomorrow. So let's jump right in with our chief meteorologist, Mark Weinberg. Mark?
So when we have snow in our area, obviously this can cause legitimate problems on the roadways. Addie, you've been watching this as the area is prepping for another commute with problems tonight into tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. We're getting on to 264 East right now. While there's no snow on the ground yet, it has not stopped crews from getting out and getting the roads ready in advance of this system coming in. You probably already dug all of your snow gear out of the shed, so should be all set on that front, guys.
I think we're prepared. All right, Addie, thank you. Well, we continue to follow breaking news here at 6. The Indiana Senate failed to pass the redistricting bill to redraw the state's congressional maps.
WDRB's Richard Essex is live in the Indianapolis State House. Richard, senators debated this bill for hours today.
And now there's some question, can the Senate work with the governor moving forward? And that will be a big question when everybody comes back in January. Gil?
Yeah, sure. A big question, because you have Braun's statement today where he's talking about basically primarying the Republicans who did not fall in line here. Well, there are 21 of them in the Senate, and that's, more than half the Republicans in the chamber. Significant that those members went against the Trump administration and Governor Braun here, Richard.
Yeah, when you have both the governor and the president of the United States telling those 21 members, because they didn't vote for this bill, they're going to be finding people to run against them. So we can expect there's going to be an awful lot of friction, and this could be one of those General Assemblies where, quite honestly, things just don't get done.
We were doing our regular newscast at 5 p.m. Rick DeLuca said there's smoke on the weather camera that he has, one of our tower cameras. So then we go into the newsroom, we start getting calls from people telling us about a crash, an explosion, and we hear this from people that a plane has crashed, but we can't go with that until we get that official word from law enforcement, from the governor, from someone telling us that this is in fact what had happened. And LMPD did confirm that to us, and they talked about a number of injuries. So we have been following this since 5:15 on air. Yeah, so we have been following this and looking at this video with you, seeing some of this video for the first time, and it's jaw-dropping to keep watching this as well.
The confirmation came in an email, and minutes later we had received this video, and words in an email do not do what we are seeing here justice.
Right.
It is shocking. Again, I've been talking about this now for 5 hours, and I still don't have the words to describe the tragedy that has unfolded in Louisville.
Right. 10 police shootings for LMPD so far this year, including one early this morning. The officer in that shooting was just identified in the last half hour as Nicholas Fisher.
A man is in the hospital after being shot several times in his car just before 12:30. As WDRB's Rena Katko explains, it is unclear right now if bullets shot by Fisher hit that man.
Two LMPD officers were in the middle of a traffic stop outside of this Krispy Kreme when they saw two drivers in what appeared to be a fight.
This is the 5th shooting involving an LMPD officer in less than 2 months. Let's take you back to October 27th on Ridgecrest Road. LMPD officer Hunter Weaver shot and killed 20-year-old Frank Aguilar. Police say that Aguilar pointed a gun at him, and he had shot and killed a woman on the sidewalk before officers arrived. Then on November 22nd on East Southland Boulevard, officers Patrick Norton and Richard Waller headed to that area on reports of a robbery. The suspect, William Jenkins, took off running when officers got there. And during the chase, officers say that Jenkins reached for a gun and police shot and killed him. Then just 2 weeks ago on December 4th, officers Michael Crow and Austin Taylor headed to Red Deer Circle after getting a report about a man pointing a gun at a woman. The suspect in that case, Casey Barnes, was found with a gun, and police say he wouldn't drop it. The officers then shot and killed him. Body camera footage from that was just released a couple of days ago. Then yesterday, the incident on West Chestnut Street. Officers rushed to respond to a shot spotter report. Police say a man took off running. At some point, police say that man reached into his waistband and was shot by an officer. LMPD identified that officer again tonight as John Heisler. The suspect in that case, his name has not been released. At last check, though, he was in critical condition in the hospital. And then that brings us to early this morning, the incident that Raina was just telling us about. The officer in that shooting on Bardstown Road identified tonight as Nicholas Fisher. The suspect has not been identified. Now, LMPD's policy is to release body camera video within 10 business days.
Right now at 6, we are staying on top of the deadly plane crash that unfolded yesterday in Louisville.
You are looking to add video of that fiery crash right now. UPS Flight 2976 was fully loaded with fuel, had just taken off from Louisville, headed for Honolulu, Hawaii, when the cargo plane's left wing caught fire and lost its engine. At this time, officials confirm at least 12 people are dead. That number has been rising steadily since the crash and even throughout the day. At least 16 families, as we were last told, are still waiting to hear about their loved ones. They're unaccounted for.
And officials, they are warning that these numbers could climb as the investigation continues.
Federal agencies are on the ground in Louisville as of this morning, combing through the wreckage.
We have live team coverage tonight. We begin with WDRB's Raina Katko, who brings us an update from the NTSB, the agency leading this investigation. Raina?
Yeah, Fallon, the NTSB says that the left engine from that UPS plane detached during takeoff. Now, there are a lot of different parts of that plane in a lot of different places.
Stefan, thank you. And Kentucky State Representative Morgan McGarvey joins us now. Thank you so much for being here. It feels like there is a real weight over Louisville.
It's unreal, and I say it's unreal because it's like a scene out of a Terminator movie. The swath of destruction where this plane came through. And I mean, just everything is burned up. It's mangled wreckage. It's the smells, the sights. It's absolutely devastating.
And behind us, you can see some of the many videos sent to us by viewers of that crash.
They are still coming in. At this time, officials confirm at least 12 people are dead. That number has shifted throughout the day. It was 9 early this morning. It was 11 at 4 o'clock.
It keeps growing.
It keeps going up, and officials warn that number is going to continue to climb. WDRB's Raina Katko joins us with the latest update. Raina, you learned what happened during takeoff during the first briefing with the NTSB.
Yeah, Gilbert, just a few hours into that investigation, the NTSB confirmed that the left engine detached from the plane's wing during takeoff.
Businesses in the shadow of Muhammad Ali International Airport are still reeling from yesterday's crash.
Hear from one owner who says the plane landed on top of his business. That's coming up after the break.